great to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
So let's talk about what's weighing on retailers. I listed a bunch of them right there. And then one of them I didn't mention is the uncertainty that's coming next year for the economy, the uncertainty about a possible recession. There's a lot weighing on retailers. Are they going to be able to at least break even?
Look, I think right now retailers are all in on the holiday shopping season, as you just talked about with your prior guest. They're trying to, balance their inventories. They're trying to make sure they're meeting consumer needs and demands, which are changing, which are evolving, and are doing so in a pretty fast pace, given that, we're still kind of figuring out what the economy and the consumer looks like coming out of the pandemic. So are consumers still interested in buying these large durable goods related to housing? Much less so than they were prior to the pandemic. Are they interested in more of the items that you might need to enjoy new experiences? It seems that's the trend at the moment. So I think that's the main challenge for retailers, is to try to figure out how to accommodate these changing demands of the consumer, and doing so in an environment where, yes, as you noted, the macro environment is also changing pretty rapidly.
Now, Mastercard Spending Pulse puts out, I know that you all track spending. What have you learned so far about the holiday shopping season?
So you were just about to reference Mastercard Spending Pulse data, which is a real-time measurement of spending trends in the economy. And it was pretty strong for this holiday period so far. If you look at just Black Friday relative to last year, our Spending Pulse data for retail sales ex autos was up 12% on the year. Now, part of that represents the fact that restaurants is in that aggregate, gasoline is also in that aggregate. It's a pretty large, kind of comprehensive figure of spending during the holiday season. But what it tells you is that the consumer is still out there spending. And that, I think, is, at the end of the day, really quite critical when you think about the path forward for the economy.
So you say it's critical for the economy, but the way they're spending can be a little eye-popping when you hear that they are, dipping into their savings. They're relying on credit cards, I would assume, like Mastercard, to charge their purchases, and then, of course, most likely not pay off each balance as they get it. That could cause consumers to run into issues that then creates a domino effect into the economy. What are your thoughts about how consumers are spending all of this money to buy these gifts?
So I think the easiest way to break it down is to think about the three main sources of purchasing power for the consumer. The first one is wages, which comes from labor market and job creation. And we know that the labor market is still expanding. We'll get the next report on Friday. The consensus is looking for another 200,000 jobs to be created. So income is still flowing in. That's a critical part of what drives spending. The second source, as you mentioned, these pandemic savings, which there's still a large outstanding stock of pandemic savings, but by our estimates, consumers have worked off in the U.S. maybe a third to a fourth of the pandemic savings. And obviously that differs depending on different income cohorts and demographic groups. And then the third one is credit cards. And after a period following the pandemic where consumers paid down their debt and did not actively use their credit cards and instead really actively use their debit cards, that has changed, and there's more credit card usage when you look at the data from the Federal Reserve's monthly report. But I think it's those three sources of purchasing power that we need to pay attention to that are all helping to fuel consumer spending. Now, they're going to shift as we look forward into the year ahead. We know that the Federal Reserve is trying to moderate growth and slow down, job creation and wage growth. So that dynamic is going to change. We know that some of the pandemic savings are being used up. And even credit conditions could potentially change. But these three sources are still very powerful right now for the consumer.
Okay, Michelle Meyer, Chief U.S. Economist with Mastercard. Thanks so much for your perspective.
You got it. Thank you for having me.